How hard is it to believe 5 weeks ago this race team didn't have a win, Shane? As it sits now, you're the number 3 seed in the playoffs.
Hard to believe that, isn't it? But I just have to thank these guys. You know, we've built up all year, got better and better, and now we need to keep getting better on the ovals and start proving some people wrong.
Let's not sugarcoat it. NASCAR has a problem, and his name is Shane Van Gisbergen. This isn't just another talented driver working his way up the Cup Series ranks. This is a shockwave from the other side of the planet that has hit the heart of American stock car racing, and it's shaking the foundation of the sport. Shane Van Gisbergen didn't walk into NASCAR with a learning curve. He walked in with a checklist, and one by one he's crossing off accomplishments that take most drivers years, if not careers, to achieve. And everyone is watching, some in awe, others in panic, because this isn't just a driver winning a few races. This is a driver redefining what's possible and doing it in record time. Let's rewind. In 2023, SVG made headlines by doing something nobody had done in 60 years, winning a Cup Series race on debut, in Chicago, in the rain, on a street course that chewed up even the most experienced drivers. He wasn't just competitive, he was surgical, calculated chaos. First race, first win, and just like that, the NASCAR world realized something very uncomfortable. This guy is real, this guy is dangerous, and this guy is only getting started. Fast forward to now, just 1 year later, and SVG isn't just surviving, he's thriving with 4 Cup wins, all on road courses, and a pace that's turning heads, flipping scripts, and leaving veterans shaking theirs in disbelief. At Sonoma, he didn't win by chance, he dominated, 97 of 110 laps led. 3 restarts? No problem. And this wasn't against backmarkers. This was against the best. Daytona 500 winners, playoff contenders, multi-time champions. And yet, none of them had an answer for the guy from New Zealand who just got here. SVG didn't just win the race, he commanded it. This is the kind of performance that leaves scars. You could see it in the eyes of the other drivers post-race. Frustration, exhaustion, maybe even fear, because what SVG is doing isn't just rare, it's borderline absurd. Let's talk numbers. 3 straight road course wins from the pole. You know the last guy to do that? Jeff Gordon. You know how long ago that was? Back when flip phones were cool and MySpace still mattered. SVG tied that record in just his first full Cup season. That's not growth. That's explosion. He's already matched the likes of Martin Truex Jr. and Darrell Waltrip in road course wins. And he's only started 34 Cup races. At this rate, Gordon's all-time road course win record, it's in serious trouble. And here's the kicker, SVG isn't even done learning yet. That's the terrifying part, because what we're witnessing isn't a driver at his peak. This is version 1.0. He's still figuring out ovals. He's still adjusting to NASCAR's grueling schedule. And yet, he's outthinking, outdriving, and outclassing drivers with a decade more experience. That's not normal, that's next level. Even his rivals are starting to sound less like competitors and more like commentators. After Sonoma, Chase Briscoe, a race winner in his own right, compared SVG to Michael Jordan in his prime. Not just in skill, but in that feeling of inevitability. You might play well, you might bring your best, but it won't matter because SVG will still beat you cleanly, calmly, brutally. William Byron, one of the brightest young stars in NASCAR, said it best. He's just a step ahead. And that's not just a compliment, that's a warning. Let's be honest, some fans think SVG's road course dominance is cool. Others think it's a fluke. But drivers? They're not confused. They're frustrated. Not because SVG is cocky. He's not. Not because he's reckless. He's the opposite. They're frustrated because he's making the impossible look easy. And that's messing with their heads. These are guys who grew up racing ovals, short tracks, dirt superspeedways. Their entire careers built around mastering the chaos of NASCAR. Then SVG shows up with his road racing pedigree, and suddenly they're watching him slide a 3,400-pound stock car through technical corners like he's in a sim rig. And the mental warfare begins. SVG isn't just taking wins, he's taking confidence. Every lap he leads, every pass he makes, it's a reminder that no matter how hard they work, no matter how much data they study, SVG's already there. Already dialed in, already winning. Let's not forget where he came from. Australia's Supercar Series is no joke. 80 wins, 3 championships, 46 poles. He was already a legend down under before stepping foot in a NASCAR garage. But even with all that success, no one expected this. Not this kind of domination, not this quickly, not against this level of competition. He's not just fast, he's fearless. SVG doesn't flinch in restarts. He doesn't panic under pressure. He makes bold moves look easy and clean passes look surgical. There's no drama, no wrecks, no controversy, just results. And if you think he's satisfied with just road course wins, think again. He's putting in laps on ovals. He's watching tape. He's learning the playbook. And once he figures it out, once he starts winning on ovals, the game changes completely. Because a driver who's unbeatable on road courses and competitive everywhere else, that's not a threat. That's a dynasty waiting to happen. Look, this isn't a hit piece on the rest of the field. NASCAR is loaded with talent. From veterans like Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch to young stars like Byron, Bell, Chastain, and Reddick, this is one of the most competitive eras in Cup Series history. But SVG is doing something different. He's not grinding for top 10s. He's not inching toward relevance. He's leapfrogging expectations and leaving tire smoke in his wake. And while fans are loving it, you can bet there's tension in the garage. Behind the scenes, drivers are working harder, crew chiefs are digging deeper. Everyone is looking for that edge. But SVG, he's already found it. It's not just raw talent, it's instinct. It's racecraft. It's something you can't teach. A sixth sense for the track. Every SVG win sends a message. Catch me if you can. And right now, no one can. So, what does the future look like? Well, let's just say it's looking more and more like the SVG era is just beginning. If he keeps this pace, if he expands his skill set to the ovals and super speedways, it won't just be records falling. It'll be legacies under threat. Imagine SVG in the playoffs. Imagine him with a full year of oval racing experience under his belt. Imagine him in championship contention. That's not just possible, it's likely. So yeah, drivers are upset, but deep down, they're not mad at SVG. They're mad that someone figured it out faster than anyone else. They're mad that a driver from halfway around the world could walk into their world and change the rules. And they're mad because they know he's not slowing down. Shane Van Gisbergen isn't just a storyline, he's a shift in momentum, a disruption in the NASCAR matrix. And if you're not paying attention, you're already behind. So here's the real question. Can anyone stop SVG, or are we watching the rise of the next great NASCAR icon in real time? Let us know in the comments. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and buckle up. Because whether you like it or not, SVG is here, and he's coming for everything.